Hey guys, how are you? I have had a little bit too much sun lately, so I'm liberally applying sunscreen to my nose, especially because of this. We're back at that radio spectrometer thing that we went hiking here maybe a year ago, something like that. I can't remember exactly when it was. It was winter, so it wouldn't have been a year. 6 to 8 months. I did a very choppy video where I was kind of all over the place, as opposed to this riveting content. Talking about this radio spectrometer thing. And as you'll see in a second, when I get out of the car here, the scenery back here is absolutely incredibly beautiful. In an Old West movie kind of way. It's really, really, really beautiful. Uniquely beautiful. And when, not if, but when, I am in a circumstance where I'm looking to shoot a Western movie in a traditional Western setting, I'm going to do so right in this area. Let's have a look at this radio spectrometer thing. As I mentioned in the last video, right there is federal property in Canada. It's restricted. And in the US, they probably would have opened fire on my vehicle by now. Kidding, I'm kidding. Whereas in Canada, they just ask you to close the gate on your way out. It's a little different. We're not running the world by any stretch. Let's have a look outside. Horrible wind noise as usual. My apologies. So there is part of the facility of one of Canada's most advanced radio monitoring technology centers where they're reading the waves coming in from space. Some of Canada's sharpest minds for the last 50 years, and I think probably $1 billion later, and they've had one ping telling us that it's possible that someone 100 light years away turned their radio on. That's good value. Kidding, of course. It is kind of incredible that they did get a ping. At that facility back there, the name eludes me. I'll see if I can remember it and put it in the end. It doesn't really matter, the radio thing. Down by Penticton, they did get a signal. Something sent them an unnatural radio signal. So somebody turned the TV on, literally, the distance it takes light to travel times 100, or in a year rather. There's Red Betty in the background, my gorgeous little mobile. And they did get a signal. It was unnatural. It wasn't a star causing it or something. Something caused this radio wave that facility back there picked up. And good old Canada, we were in on it. I think there are some concerns a little closer to home from other areas. Yeah, we don't need to spend $1 billion looking that far out when they're a lot more local, if you're going to ask me about that. So this is the scenery I was telling you about, and it looks, if you know Clint Eastwood movies or some of the Italian directors, Tarantino, any Western themed thing he ever did was imitating the great Italian Western classics. This is the identical scenery to those movies. So if you need a grizzled cigarillo smoking bounty hunter or something walking across the plain to go and enter Formula Western circumstance, this is it. This is the perfect spot to do so. I'm going to go for a little hike, kind of right there, and you might as well come with. Another shot of some of the scenery here. Being very quick because I'm on the green spot. by. You've got this amazing curvy road going here. Beautiful. We're gonna go up that. One more shot at this shot. That's where we're going hiking, around that lake right there. We're going up that curvy road. White Lake Basin Biodiversity Ranch. It's a neat thing they do here. In conjunction with private landowners in the area, the provincial government comes in and sets up protected habitat, and they allow public access like what we're doing here today to enjoy the incredible scenery on hand here while protecting the natural diversity in the area. Been back here in winter, a little forlorn if I'm being honest, but late fall like we are today, it's an absolutely gorgeous area to spend a little time. Keeping an eye out for rattlers as always. Wind noise probably atrocious. Apologies again for that. So I'm about to start on this little hike here. I'm not going too far. You know, look at that, because it's worth it. Oh hell yeah. I banged my head on the roof of my car with these on, and they dug into my scalp, so I'm a little tender up top. That's what she said. It doesn't really work for her. That's what she said. I was talking about how this terrain, this area, is perfect for the setting for a Western film, and how when I'm in a position where I'm going to be making decisions on where we're going to shoot a Western, this is going to be it. With that salt lake in the background there, this is going to be it. And we've got these actual tumbleweeds going by down here. The younger viewers will have no idea what I was doing there. It's a sound that you hear in a lot of watching for rattlesnakes, a sound that you hear in the background in a Clint Eastwood Western movie. There's my angel effect again. There's an angel on my head 3 times. I love that effect. I should get a shot of that. Give me 1 second, I'm going to get a shot of that. I like the shadow play on that cliff right there. So I'm going to get a shot of that. And we carry on. So while Cole is working for the Pony Express, running across very remote desert climates with all-important meal for the U.S. economy on horseback, living the dream in that era, young Chipa, the Canada we call them First Nations. I think in the U.S. they use the term Native, the young Native First Nations girl, has seen Cole from a great distance away across this open plain, similar to what we're seeing behind here. Back in the day, the guy's got a fire going, the horse is kicking up dust, whatever. You'd see them a long way off. Plus they were much more in tune with the natural world, so they would be aware of people being around them. So, gorgeous young Chipa, First Nations native girl, has seen Cole making his way across her territory, her tribe's territory, in Nevada. He's on his way to California. He used to go out and then they'd come back. And after tracking him for a couple of days, she decides she wants to meet this young white boy and not get into any kind of confrontation, just meet him. So she sets up a thing that looks entirely accidental, where in the morning when he's on his own, there's that angel on my head again. We'll leave it there for this. In the morning while young Cole is on his own, away from his little campsite he's got set up. He's got a 6-shooter revolver and a knife he carries at all times. He's away from that because he's in the bathroom, whatever you do in the morning, making bacon and coffee, whatever they did back then. She makes her presence felt between him and his weapons. So he has to engage her without an immediate option of violence. It's all planned on her part. Which he does, and they walk up to each other and have a very, very, very intense initial moment together where this young couple engage each other for the first time. Cole has piercing blue eyes, blondish hair, and Chipa's got incredibly beautiful brown eyes and black hair. And in many multicultural circumstances, the attraction becomes very intense, and these two immediately hook up. They get together as a couple, like moments after they meet. And from that moment on, they're very much in love.